What is happening, people? United Centrally back with another video. Onto my left, Aaron, what's happening? Onto my right, Nuruddin.
Who's this?
Who's this?
Greetings, citizens of the world. This is Anonymous. It has come to our attention that the Glazers and Woodward have repeatedly ignored the warnings about the human rights abuses of all Manchester United supporters worldwide. We will not put up with this. We know who you are. We know where you are. Wow. We will hunt you down and we will free the Manchester United fans.
Welcome back, Nuruddin. Oh my God, man. What has United done to you?
I've been thinking about what drastic action I can take.
So you come to this, Mr. Who?
The Anonymous are here. They're on our side.
So Woodward is it because Woodward is trying to find you? Oh man. You know what, man? The old saying is,
all I could say is, look on the bright side of life. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Always look on the bright side of life.
Listen, the other bright side of light is this light coming through. You know what I mean? It's a cauldron of darkness. It's a cauldron of Aaron.
Everything, man.
Aaron,
literally.
You know what, mate? I went to work this morning. I didn't even want to go to work, man. Let's be honest, right? Yeah, that's no disrespect to all the colleagues that work with me. Yeah, I didn't want to turn up, mate. I didn't want to get out of bed. I'm distraught, man. I am absolutely. I came out of the ground, mate. I was nearly crying, man. You know what I mean? The match reaction, yo. Man, people were saying I was in tears. Yo, listen, I see some kids. You know what, man? This is the hardest part of it for me. There was kids, yeah, at the ground that stood there at the end with their dad. It was one of the kids. There was a dad and his kid, and all they were doing was just looking and just like ponderous. This is crazy. You should be taking your kid out and thinking, this guy's got this United. Mate, he's seeing absolutely bag of shite. And that is, sorry about swearing, but that, you know, I mean, that's the least that can happen, mate. But
it's true.
Aaron, if you just look at it, on terms of yesterday, yeah, it's just gone from bad to worse. It has gone from.
I think this is truly the beginning of the end. Like this.
R.I.P. I said
this can go really, really bad, and I mean like really, really bad. The owners. Yesterday in my match reaction, I said. The title was Match Reaction Incompetence FC. Incompetent owners, incompetent CEO, and incompetent manager.
Yeah.
Every one of them. Incompetent medical team, incompetent coaching staff.
Best in the country,
apparently. Certain incompetent players. Like, everything in our club is incompetent. The only thing that's not incompetent is the commercial side. Everything's, when it comes to that, everything's rosy. Like, everything's perfect. Like, yesterday at the ground at Old Trafford, do you know what it is, yeah? I was on Twitter just scrolling down because it was so boring. I was scrolling down and I missed the first goal. I missed the first goal, the Chris Wood one, because I thought, maybe, yeah, it's a free kick, but, you know, they're not going to do anything for it, and they scored, so I missed the goal. But at some points, the way we were playing was just so boring, yeah. I started looking at the, what's it called, the advertisements, you know, around the pitch.
Wow.
I see like
from snake to advertising boards.
Visit Malta, and I was like, oh, that's a good, nice destination. I might go there.
Wow.
I might visit Malta. Do you see what I mean? But yeah, man, this truly is the beginning of the end.
How do you explain yesterday though? Burnley. No disrespect to Burnley.
No disrespect, yeah, but.
I had people saying, oh, they're going to play long ball, we'll deal with it, you know, we'll have enough quality.
And I've said it so many times, I said it to you, and we even talked about this with Flex the other day. Every time
is that still around?
The juice is about.
I thought it was...
All is about is still, hey, come on, lads.
And I
told him to stick to water.
I talked to Flex about it, I think he was there as well, and Nudin as well. Every time we play against the team, and then... we play against a lesser team, let's say, and then the commentators go, it's been X amount of games, they haven't won a game. It's been X amount of games, they haven't scored so many. And then they play against us and they win. Did you know that last night's defeat, or our last night's defeat and Burnley's last night's win, was the first win at Old Trafford for 58 years. 58 years.
To be honest, we haven't beat them in the last few home games. To be honest,
58 years, bro. Tells you everything you need to know. And yes, I know the Glazers and Ed Woodward. A shout out to the fans as well, for the whole stadium actually, for standing up together, singing against the Glazers. And I'm happy because everyone sees now that it's got to stop, and there has to be a change. And so shout out to everyone, especially Red Army, man. Obviously, I know we don't always see eye to eye when it comes to,
but now it's a common goal now.
But we have a common goal. We have a common goal now. We all love United, yeah, and we want the Glazers to get
love United, hate Glazers.
The F out of this football club. So shout out to Red Army for, you know, chanting these things. And obviously there's certain things I don't agree with, but we can all agree that we are against the Glazers and we are against Ed Woodward. So last night's win, just to finish off, loss. Sorry, last night's loss.
You sure about win? Don't get too excited, yeah.
Last night's loss. Apart from Woodward and Glazers being the problem, I just think it's
lack of ideas. Wasn't it?
So many managerial mistakes. I mean, we're 2-0 down. We need something. We need a spark.
Still have three in the midfield. Well, we did need three in the midfield.
Luke Shaw's not the spark. I'm sorry.
But to be fair, Brandon Williams was shattered.
He was shattered.
Which I agree. I agree with, because he's played a very intensive game against Liverpool and he's played so many games lately. But shuffle the formation. Shuffle it. Matic was basically a quarterback, a centre back.
I said it.
Take Brandon Williams off. Bring Matic into defence. Play a 3-man defence. Four men in midfield, or 5, and then 2 up front. Greenwood and Martial could have been up front, and then in the 5 in the middle, you bring in Gomez in the 10, and you let him sit there and create. Do you see what I mean? Like, quick idea of, you know, you talk to your assistant. You know, you consult ideas. Okay, we should do this, and that. Boom, execute, done.
So at least the fans could see as well.
The fans could see, because every time, and I sat next to you in the Norwich game, noted. The fans call everything, like, this play should come off, and he comes off. This play should do this, and he does it. Like, we can see it.
Can see it. They see
Why
week
can
in,
you
week
not
out.
see it?
Well,
do you see what I mean? Yeah.
Where do I start?
You've seen it.
Where do I start?
Just let's focus on the football and yesterday's result.
Okay.
How bad of a low is that?
So, I'm the context guy. Always, people. I
think you need it. We need it tonight.
Listen, I'm different people. Sometimes. Recently, especially a couple of minutes ago, I'm different kind of people. But
I might come back again. You never know.
I might be bringing I like to bring the context. If you look at Burnley's record at Old Trafford, because Burnley, the home game at Old Trafford, they see it as a derby.
Yeah.
I've said it before. The tweets are out there. Tweets are out there from last year.
We weren't great that game, you know, by the way.
Right. The tweets are out there, and I say it. It means a lot to them, and our players and our fans think it's only Burnley. We think that it's only Burnley. we think, oh, it's only Burnley, man. Listen, it's only Burnley. But look how close they are proximity to Manchester. It's a derby for them. It's exactly the same when we used to play the Boltons.
Lancashire Road.
When we used to play the Boltons. We used to play Blackburn.
Yeah.
When we used to play the Oldhams back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Wigan.
Yeah.
All these teams, it's a tough game, regardless what we think their players are or whatever it is. It is, under Jose Mourinho, 2-0 up. Large swathes of the game. Second half, Lingard gets one and then somebody else scores the other.
2-2.
2-2. Under Ollie, when Ollie's 3 months of whatever, 4 months or whatever he was doing, 2-0 again.
Yeah.
We're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
What's the big common denominator here? What is the common denominator, right? The common denominator is, so when you look at the certain things, of the Moyes, we were getting beat by horrendous teams. Under Van Gaal, we're getting beat by horrendous teams.
We couldn't break them down. Yeah.
Under Jose, we're getting slapped at home and stuff like that, right? Or we're drawing with teams. He didn't lose too many games because of the low block business.
Yeah.
But we were not going anywhere. Under Ollie, we're getting slapped. The biggest thing for anybody to understand is, when we made our video in the summer, we've all said the same thing. Now, I'll come back to that in a minute. Yesterday, I can say. I was kind of like, I should be there tonight. I should be there. I should be there.
God you
You
weren't.
know what? I was going to take another day of holiday to come to watch that. And you know what? I'm working, busy night. And I'm getting the ping. People are like, people in the bar listen to the game, innit? Some of the people at the bar, United fans, and they're like, it's 1-0. it's 2-0, and I'm not even, because I'm like, I don't want to get angry. I don't want
Don't get angry at the customers.
I don't want to start switching to people. My mood don't change for my own mental health and sanity, so
Yeah.
I don't go. So I'm like, stay calm, stay calm.
Yeah.
We'll go home about 1 o'clock. I'm watching. I watch the highlights, the ones I can find. I'm going through it, and I'm like, chances we had in the first half.
2.
Yeah, 2. Martial.
Yep.
Should have scored.
Rachel, Mata on his right foot, should have scored. Dan James, it's a good save, but he could have done better. He could have placed it.
Yeah. But is that what we are right
So
now?
listen, and then I look at that and I think, who's on the bench? What can we do to change this game? And like I said, I keep repeating myself. Managers, and this is the rule 1, managers are only ever good as the quality they have. The quality they have. But also as managers, you have to be able to tactically be flexible.
There you go.
have to be able to react to certain things. If Aaron, if we can see, if the fans who are going to the stadium can see, that we need to do something that Burnley are not going to expect. We need to be able to change the formation. If that means playing 3 at the back, pushing people into midfield.
Did we need 3 in the midfield, though?
Listen,
Did we need 3 in the midfield?
to take complete control and get us up the pitch, right? We should do that. Even to play like Matic as like a sweeper role, because he can just pick up the ball
Yes.
from De Gea
Yeah.
and move it, right?
Yeah.
Get people in that box and get it up.
So why can't Ollie see that?
And then I look at our defending. And I look at the set piece again. I look at a set piece. And I look at, I said, I'm not just having a go at him because of the money it costs, right?
There we go
But
again.
it's the 3rd or 4th game I've been to Old Trafford goals we concede. And not that he's at fault for the goal, but he keeps playing the players onside. You're the pivot. You're the guy that the defenders look to. You're the guy who's
Yeah,
marshalling
but you
everybody
can't
to
sort
go
the
out.
whole defence out. You know what I mean? Matic should have got
I mean,
that
then I
ball
look at
first
Jones
ball.
and I think, oh my God.
But I don't think Jones played that bad yesterday, though.
Listen, you're on the ball.
No, but he wasn't the skateball
Between
last
him and-
night.
Listen, between him and De Gea, they're shaking. Maguire.
No, but he wasn't the reason we lost
influence
last
on
night.
No, but listen, the influence on him on Maguire, you keep telling me.
Yeah,
right?
true.
Maguire doesn't have a clue what's going on,
yeah.
right? He keeps playing.
Especially the second goal, Aaron.
Yeah,
Second goal.
Listen, to be fair, this is, I won't have a go at the second goal because I think, yeah, he could have got closer to him. But he's on his left foot and he hits it. And he's done that before.
Yeah.
I've seen that kid score wondrous goals when West Brom won at
Yeah.
Anfield last season.
Yeah, I know.
before. When they won, right, he smacked up some goals, mate. So he's got that in him. But I question again that near post. I know he hit the bar and everything.
I think De Gea was flat-footed.
Yeah.
You know,
And
talk
to be
about...
fair, nobody expected that. He hit it so early.
Yeah.
He hit it so... The ball was spinning.
Yeah.
So that goal, I don't mind. It's the first goal. That's a wonder strike, right? And that can happen
First
anytime.
goal, I think
the
that's
first
classic
goal.
David De Gea.
The
on his
first
dead
goal,
post.
Matic, you're 7'5". What are you in the team for? Getting bullied in the air like that?
The double
Maguire,
knock on it.
what are you doing? Playing him on side. De Gea,
I think De Gea done that.
right? Do something. You know. I need to stay calm.
Let me just put... Yeah,
I need
go
to
on,
stay
sorry.
calm. But I keep saying it again and again. And I'm just, finally, I'm happy. Welcome to all those 70 or odd thousand Man United fans and the millions worldwide. Now you see the root of our problem. He ain't the manager. I swear to... listen.
But he shouldn't be there, though. He shouldn't be there.
Get him out today. Bring another manager.
No, but he
With
should
this-
not be
listen,
there. That's
no,
a
listen,
classic question.
No,
should he be there, though?
Should he be there? He is basically took everything. The blame that should go to the Woodward, the Glazers, the blame
No, but
that
as
goes
a
to the
manager,
players.
is he not-
He
should be
took
there, though?
everything on his back. That it's impossible.
Is he out of his depth, though?
Is he out of his depth?
Yes or
Any
no?
manager will be out of his depth.
No,
in that
I'm
squad.
talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
No,
Is he out of his depth,
I
though?
don't believe that.
Are you kidding me?
No, because
Are you
you can't.
serious?
You can't manage with
Are
your,
you
hand,
serious?
with your hands behind,
Are you
behind your
serious?
back.
Out of his depth as a
No,
manager,
he's not. No, he's not.
tactics-wise,
He's not.
bad management. Are you
He's
kidding
not.
me?
Because you have a different mindset. You have a different mindset.
To beat Burnley.
No,
to
if
beat
you've
Burnley,
got to play,
man.
if
This is Burnley we're talking about. though.
Mourinho can beat Burnley.
Oh, come
Mourinho
on, man.
could beat
I'm
Burnley.
not accepting this, man.
Mourinho,
I'm not accepting
how many
this, man.
trophies Mourinho won, Aaron?
He's won a lot of trophies.
Right.
He couldn't beat Burnley. We needed a last minute equaliser to draw with him.
This is the problem, mate.
Mourinho couldn't
He
beat
is
Burnley
part
at
of
Old
the
Trafford,
problem.
mate.
I'm not saying it's not the whole problem, but he's part of the problem.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
No, I'm not backing up the
You're
tree.
barking
I
up the
know
wrong
what the
tree.
problem are. I know where the football club is at. Aaron, man. He is not
With
the
those
problem.
players, give me any manager
Burnley,
now.
Sean
who come
Dyche.
in. No.
Sean Dyche.
Are you
Who's he
kidding
got
me?
in that pitch?
Are you kidding me?
Westwood and Cork.
Let me tell you
So what
something.
did he do? He had a game
They
plan
play,
to beat
I already
United.
said to you, we've stolen draws in the last 2 seasons. I've already give you that context.
What was the game plan
We
yesterday?
could not have beat
What was
them.
the game plan
At Old
yesterday?
Trafford, at Old Trafford, we could not have beat
What was the
them.
game plan
The
yesterday?
game plan, we create chances.
Are you kidding me?
If the players miss them,
Many chances.
have you seen the stats?
Are you kidding me, man?
created
Stats don't
chances.
tell the whole story.
Manchester United
Stats
created
don't,
chances.
stats don't tell the whole story. You tell me.
Right, you expect Rashford to score. You expect Mata. You expect Mata to score. You expect Dan Jans to do better in a game in a half.
No,
in
I'm not having this, man.
In one half.
One half, we had 3 chances. We had 3 chances.
That's more than we created in some games. 4 games, 5 games.
So you accepted 3 chances?
10 weeks ago.
Are you-
10 weeks ago. How many?
Are you
did we
accepting
create,
3
Aaron?
chances? Are you accepting 3
No.
chances?
No. 3 chances and a half. Yeah, that's because.
No,
Wow.
Do you know what? No matter who the manager
listen.
is, no matter who the manager
Thank
is,
you, Aaron.
no matter who the manager.
Give them that players.
No,
Give
no,
them that
no,
squad.
what I'm trying to say is,
Oh,
no matter
man.
who the manager, it could have been kid. Oh, with the small quality that we have, because most of our quality is injured. The small quality that we do have in the team, there's no excuse to lose against
Come
Burnley.
on, yes.
There is no
excuse,
for
man.
me, there is no excuse whatsoever. Just like there was
It's a
no
derby for them, bro.
just like
It's
it was
a
no
derby
excuse
for
to
them.
just like it was no excuse to lose against Palace with a fully fit, strong team at home. Just like it was no excuse
Palace
to draw
do that
against
to Man City. Palace go and batter Man City and draw with
One
them
of
and beat
games,
them.
one
They
of
beat
games.
Liverpool. They
One of
beat
games.
Liverpool in the past.
Well, what do you know what I was saying before we started this conversation when I said teams never do this and they play against us and they do it? Why is it that when they play against us they win? Please watch the next Burnley games and watch them struggle.
No, I've said to you, you know, I said it against last time. You know, when we went away to unbeaten them, that was the game everybody was worried about. I said they're on horrendous form. They've just been whacked.
I don't
They've
think
just
we were that
come-
great that day.
Listen to me. At their ground, they were horrendous.
Yeah.
They kept giving us the ball. They didn't have any confidence. When they come to Old Trafford, do you understand some of these players? They look at the stadium and think, I am on the world, everybody in the world is watching.
So you're saying
Old
that
Trafford.
team
They
United
raise
put out
it.
there, that team United put out there, was that not good enough to beat Burnley Football Club?
You should
Yes or
think
no?
so. Yeah, you should think so.
You should think
Look
so.
at
So
this,
why
look at
can't
this.
a manager put out a set of tactics then?
No, it's not because it's not always the manager, it's the players on the pitch. Your guy for 85 million, what is he doing? What is he doing keeping everybody
Are you
on
scapegoating
side?
him again?
What
Are
is
you-
he What
are
is
you
he doing?
scapegoating again?
What's David De Gea doing? What's Matic doing? You concede goals.
Matic said he plays
You
him.
concede
He
goals.
plays him, yes
You
or no?
concede goals.
He
Listen,
plays him,
my
yes or no?
tweet's there. My tweet's there.
No,
I wrote it. You know
did
what
not
I
play.
said?
Did
No,
he
you know
not
what
play
I
him,
said? Listen to what I said. I said, we know what they're going to do. Can we stop them? No, we can't. We can't stop them because
Yes,
we've got
and who's down that to?
Shambalik. We
Who is
can
that down
see
to, though? Who is that
9
down
goals
to?
now. We're out there by ourselves.
Who's that down to though?
Before us,
Sorry.
The players have got to take responsibility.
Before-
No, but no manager can hold your hand when you go out there on the pitch.
Yeah, but you have to have a
Tactics or
guidance.
No tactics.
You have to have a guidance though.
You know
yes or
what?
no?
You know what Man United do? You know, on the Fergie, games not going well. You know, players.
Man management is called.
Listen, it's not
Man management
Roy
is called.
Keane, these leaders. When you have leaders, supposed leaders, Matic is supposed to be a leader. Maguire's supposed to be a leader.
In future. Not now.
future?
In a
What
country.
is it?
though.
No.
What future?
I
You
hate
said
future.
what future?
I hate this future talk.
I'm talking about when.
I'm not trying to
He
hear
was
this
a
future
bit of
talk
olive
no
juice for that.
more. Listen to this.
That
Listen
is
to
to
this.
throw allergies out, man.
Before they played us, they played in the league, yeah, just in the league. Before they played us, they won against Leicester, lost against Chelsea, lost against Aston Villa, lost against us, lost against Everton.
Yes. And
Now
I'm telling you,
watch the
beating
next
them.
games. They've got Norwich, Arsenal, Southampton.
They won't get nothing
Because
out of
they
them.
raise
They don't
it.
get something out. The
Because
rest will
they
lose,
raise it.
The
man.
rest will lose, bro.
Listen, but this is, to me, the idea that you
Why are
guys
you defending
shocked.
Oli, man?
No,
Why are you
I am
defending
not
him?
defending Oli.
You are
I've
defending this
already
guy,
said
man.
you've
He
got
is
to
part
make
of the
changes.
problem.
But I said you have to make changes. But at this moment in
I know
time,
he's part of them.
he's out of his depth with this squad, with the injuries, because the guys have lied to him. They said, you're doing a clear out. He sells 9 or 8 players. He gets rid of 8 or 9 players. And they bought him
Because they didn't want him.
Neil
They didn't want
Ashton.
him.
Neil fucking Ashton we've
hear
signed.
that, I hear that.
Neil Ashton.
I hear that.
That's who we've signed. Neil Ashton, a propaganda guy to go and do a spin doctor. That's who we signed in January.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
You blindfold a guy like this, right? You tie his hand behind his back and you send him out to the wolves. No manager. And you know what? Just to prove a point to all of you Ollie out guys, I want Ollie to get sacked tomorrow, right? I want you to bring in Pep Guardiola or Klopp. And I want to see what he does. I want to see what he does with his squad. With his injuries, with 9 players missing. I want to see what magical thing is going to come, what magical one he's going to create. Even if you sign Bruno Fernandes, Cavani, and we sign another midfielder.
I'll take that, Aaron.
Guarantees nothing.
I'll take that, Aaron.
Guarantees nothing.
The thing is, no one wants Ollie to fail, and we all want him to do well. But at the end of the day, I think we can all agree that, you know, despite the injuries and despite him not having his players and whatnot, he's doing and saying things that are not helping.
No, I'm not talking. I don't listen to what he says anymore. I don't listen to what he says. I don't listen to what he says.
He should be.
I don't listen to what he says anymore, Aaron. And to be fair, we shouldn't listen because, like I said, he's been thrown to the pack wall, so he's got to come out with gibberish because you can't. This is the. He's trying to defend the indefensible.
The Glazers.
Yeah. The indefensibles. He's defending the indefensibles. So what he says doesn't. That's why they need Neil Ashton to come in.
Our only signing.
Neil Ashton is going to go write a script. A lovely Jackie Doherty story.
Some of the
just there for Ollie just to read out.
Some of the decisions he's making still have me scratching my head. Yesterday, I don't understand why a Mason Greenwood cannot get a start in that depleted team. I don't understand why Angel Gomez cannot get at least 15 minutes in this depleted team.
They don't want to show him up.
I don't understand why you come out in press conferences and say that Eric Bailly is 100% fit, and then the next game you play Phil Jones. I don't understand that.
If you're fit enough to start on the bench,
if he's fit enough to be on the bench, you're fit enough to start. If he then gets injured again, fair enough. Then we can all agree that he's not made for the Premier League. He can go. We can ship him out. Do you see what I mean? But if he's fit, why can he not play the next game? And another thing is, despite this depleted squad, we reward mediocrity. How many games has it been, Nudin? How many games has it been that Pereira's put in crap performances, absolutely diabolical performances, and he's still getting picked?
I said it yesterday.
It's like Tunde says. Tunde said yesterday, like these players are not scared. Like, imagine I'm a professional footballer and I put in a shy performance, bro. Yeah. I'm in the dressing room like scratching my head, and I go, oh shit, I'm not gonna play the next game. And then I go home and I watch a press conference on my phone, like just scrolling on social media, and my manager goes, oh no, Aaron played fantastic today. I'm going to be like, hold on a minute. So I played shit today, but my manager said I played good. Well, you know what? Next game, if I put another shy performance in, I'm going to play the game.
There's no accountability anymore.
No one is being held accountable for their mistakes.
No.
Not everyone. Some of the players are being rewarded for being mediocre.
Yeah.
Pereira has been abysmal for so many games, and he's still getting picked. I just do not get it. Lingard is still getting minutes.
Bro,
Lingard.
But bro, let me tell you something.
Yesterday he got booed. He got booed for a reason.
Bro, all I can say to you is that as a manager, you need to try to keep the players on side, because when you haven't got anybody else to play in those positions, you're going to have to rely on them. So he can't be too hard on the players. When managers, listen, there's a position of strength, right? There's a position of strength. And there's a position.
Are you a parent or are you a manager?
You've seen him when he
is he a parent or a manager now?
Listen, you could see how he was shouting at everybody. He
didn't come off the bench. He said 75 minutes.
Not yesterday. I'm talking about
the Norwich game.
Yeah, the Norwich game. See how he was having a go at Pereira. Yeah, he was having a go at Pereira, saying to.
But he still kept him on, though.
Still kept him on.
But listen, it's difficult. The guy's inexperienced, I give you that. The guy is sometimes tactically clueless, I'll give you that. But I'm not going to lie to you now. I've searched the depths of the dark of not just
you haven't searched enough.
Me watching football for 30 years, I'm thinking, can I really see, is there somebody that can do better with these players?
Have you seen the stats? Have you seen the stats?
Nobody can do better with these players. And listen, with 9 players, having 9 players out of the club, then having 3 of the most important players injured.
Listen,
okay,
right? Nobody ain't gonna fix Jack.
Let me tell you this.
The most we could have done yesterday is draw that game.
Let me tell you this. I agree with the
majority. You know what? Yesterday he admitted something. He admitted something that's clear, that they're shattered. No, the players are shattered.
Why is that?
Because he hasn't got anybody else to bring off the bench. No. That's why Gary Neville. Listen, you know Gomez. The club have said to him, don't play him, not play him. keep him in the squad, but because he wants to leave in negotiating. That's why Chung wasn't in the squad. Chung was leaving.
So why is he allowing people
Right.
to leave?
Go
Trump allows to leave.
Do you know? Do you know?
Actually,
Do you know what's annoying me?
Alex
That in
Sanchez.
negotiating
No.
the club that-
Alexis Sanchez.
Do you know
So
what
many
annoys me?
players, man.
Do you know what annoys me with those two, Chung and Gomez? At the start of the season, he was like, "Yeah, we've let players go, but we've got Mason. Fair enough. Mason's having a lot of minutes. He's having his chance, and he's doing brilliantly so
Not
far.
enough minutes.
Nothing to say about Greenwood. He said, yes, we've let players go, but we've got Mason and we've got Angel and Chungi. They're ready." I'm like, and now Chung's agent is in Italy negotiating with Inter Milan.
Yeah, that could be done wrapped up.
So what happened to that? And people that say, oh no, he's shit. He didn't have he's
No,
had
it's
his
not
chance.
shit. It's not
He's
shit.
had 3 games.
Yeah, not a consistent run.
3 games
He's not shit.
across what 4 or
He's not
5
shit.
months.
He's not shit, bro. He's not.
He's not shit, bro.
But
there
what
a
happens
player
is,
in there.
under a manager, under a system, Jurgen Klopp, yeah, and don't no, Jurgen Klopp, yeah, every single
What
player.
structure's behind Jurgen Klopp?
No, no, but forget the structure.
No, it's
no,
not. Every manager needs a structure, mate.
No,
Every manager
look
needs
at
a
the
structure.
football
But
team.
what I don't like about this is Oli comparing himself to Klopp. I don't like it.
I know,
No,
you're
no,
not
I don't
Klopp,
like
mate.
it.
You're
I don't
never going to
like
be
it.
Klopp. Get this out of your head, mate.
It's been 3-4 times now. It's been
You've been
3-4
10 years
times.
as a manager, and you are
Oli
absolutely
Gunnar
rubbish.
Klopp.
Hey,
Come on, lad.
listen, man, this is the problem at United. This is the problem again. Nah, man, I'm done with this, yeah? I'm absolutely done with it.
Ole,
Listen,
ole,
man, take that
ole,
Ollie out, man. Take that Ollie out, man. Nah, man. Crack on with it. I'm done with this, man, yeah?
Where's that?
Klopp, yeah, has
We've
got...
started to death.
No, but Klopp, yeah, has got players in there. That guy called Jones, yeah? That guy called Jones. Straight away in the team.
Yeah, the young kid.
You know,
yeah.
young kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The guy on the right-hand side. And you know what? They've embedded into the system. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yeah, in that Burnley game, had no answers. Absolutely none at all. Change the game.
Things can
No, it's not
only
gonna get better. It's gonna get worse. No,
They
it
can
isn't.
only
Nah,
get
man.
I agree with Side on the you know the thing that
4-4-2.
there's no system.
No,
because
there's not.
Today, I don't know if you've seen it, Nolan. We've had a loan deal rejected from Inter Milan. Vecino, midfielder, very talented to me. I think he's from Uruguay, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Uruguay.
Midfielder, young, tenacious, got the energy. You know, the type of player that Oli likes is type of, you know, the way he moves and the way
Man rejected, man.
rejected. And why is that? Because he's probably looked at the whole thing and went, "What? Manchester United? Yeah, I know the name, but system? No system. Okay.
No, it's
Fine.
not even that, bro. It's not even that. It's that where the
And it's
moment
the
we're so
structure as well,
toxic.
yeah,
We're so
yeah.
toxic.
What now for United now?
So-
What now for
and
Manchester
obviously-
United?
and we've got what?
Right.
How many days do we have left? How
A week, I think it is.
It's the 23rd now. Yeah, we've got a week and a day left. So we've got 8 days left in the transfer window.
Yeah.
Tell me who's gonna come in.
What now for United?
Oh no. Yeah, we've got the Neil. What's his name?
Neil Ashton! Spin doctors coming, mate.
What now for
Jackie
United?
Nori is going to write lovely,
Listen.
lovely matinee
Jackie Nori wrote
classics.
lovely stories.
And I know.
You know what I mean?
I
Don't
said-
disrespect Jackie Nori. You know what I mean?
Last week I was proper confident about Bruno Fernandes, but right now, bro, I'm not.
Listen, man, he's coming.
What did man like me say? Hold you. What did I say?
I said, remember I said he's good when he signs on Monday. I was, and then Monday went by and I was like, you know that Homer Simpson meme when he goes back.
So he's becoming anonymous.
Anonymous.
Well-
Bruno Fernandes anonymous.
Where's Bruno?
Bruno isn't coming.
Oh my god!
You know what, man?
Right.
Did you see that clip of George Mendes saying he doesn't know what's going to happen with
Even Jose Mourinho's bantering us.
swear,
Is he
bro.
coming to United? I don't think so. We are banter, man. Nuruddin, yeah?
That guy is sticking the knife in and twisting it.
Nuruddin.
I was you were telling me about Lukaku. What's Lukaku up, you know?
Yeah, he posted it.
Must be the spaghetti.
Lasagna.
Did you see? Did you see that picture of him?
Man wrote it 2-0 down. 2-0 down. Man waited.
Did you see that picture of him in like new apartment, new bed, and he's in his big ass bed, bro? Wait, let me show you.
Man had the one football app ready. Barely 2-0. Let's post this picture. No, but honestly, man, Nuruddin.
Let me,
Yeah, let's see this. Let's see this.
You know what? You have to laugh.
He can fit the whole.
Show it. Show
He
the
can, he
camera.
can fit the whole squad in
Yeah,
there,
the
bro.
whole squad.
Wow.
Oh, you can't see it.
Wow.
You can fit the whole squad in there, bro. Look at this bed.
Listen, yeah, no, listen.
Let me tell-
No.
let me
hold that 1 second.
I just-
Yesterday, the chance of Glazers out, ring around Old Trafford. Well, is that going to do anything for the football club in terms of? Will that make a difference? And I know it's the start of a revolution, but people were talking about yesterday. Don't buy the pies in the concourse. Don't go to the mega store. And I said it yesterday. Don't go to the mega store. And you know what? I might take that back because people, they go in there. It's a day trip. Families and friends around the world.
People come from everywhere.
friends, family around the world. But people saying to me, give your season ticket away. I love United, mate. I love United. You're telling me to leave my season ticket. I don't think that solves the problem in the long run. Because at the end of the day, yeah, there's a team to be watched.
You love your club.
And I love my club.
I will never question that. Never question
that.
support.
But from this though, I will never ever now support the Glazers in terms of, I'm not going to buy a t-shirt ever again now. Until the Glazers leave, yeah, I'm not buying a t-shirt. I'm not buying anything from the mega store, yeah. I'm not buying anything from the concourse, yeah? I'm not buying anything because I've had enough, mate. And yesterday, Nuruddin, yeah? And Aaron was at the game. You know what, mate? It reverberated around the stadium. And now...
Yeah, finally.
What needs to be done now?
Finally.
And I spoke to Tony. Shout out to Tony. He probably was watching the podcast. He said, all this, yeah, we've been doing it for 14 years. It just won't stop. For you, do you think United fans can do something now?
So let me give you some figures. We are 1.3 billion in debt. That's not counting for the 250 million transfers that are underpaid. So we've signed players and we've not paid 250. We are 1.3 billion. We paid in debt interest. Remember this, debt interest, right? 1.3, right, billion. That means for every season that they've been here, we have paid 100 million to somebody in the bank for the whole debt was about something like 500 or 600 million, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we've done. Then we have paid, right? We're in debt. Furthermore, 250 million in transfers unpaid. The Glazers have personally themselves and their family and Woodward have taken out 1.5 billion. Whether or not some of you might think we are the new Sunderland, we are the
AC
new
Milan.
Leeds, we are AC Milan, we are...
Are we not?
We are these clubs. These clubs who have financially struggled, and now, for the past couple of months or whatever, I've been hearing it through different people, that actually we don't have... The reason why we didn't sign players is not because of the, you know, how we are flaky in the transfer, but because actually there's no money available.
Yeah.
The reason why we're hackling over 5 million apparently
no money.
from because there's no
We
money.
need to go fund me up. I'll be real out here, man.
We might have to go fund me.
Extra 5 mil for Bruno Fernandes.
So apparently we're one of the biggest supported clubs in the world. Can you imagine if everybody just give £1?
Bro.
£1.
I don't want to give £1.
Can you imagine people in China have like just of China, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand?
We can buy Bruno Fernandes.
Just give. But the fact of the matter is this: that these
I
guys.
called it RIP yesterday.
Well, it is aspect of it is died because that means you said that you didn't conjure that out from nowhere.
No.
Parts of you died. Parts of you died. But the thing about what I'm to say, to me, the 7 years, this season, the last 2 seasons, the seasons of every manager that been Moyes they didn't back Moyes. They have basically backed Van Gaal. They have baked. Whether we agree with him or not, we're fans. We're emotional, right?
Yeah.
We're fans.
They half-heartedly backed
Mourinho.
But they gave him 400 million.
Listen, yeah. But
not in the right areas.
Exactly.
The recruitment wasn't in the right areas.
Exactly.
Okay.
They've not backed. he's the one who's cleaned out. Who's done a clean out. It's like you kicked. Come in as a cleaner.
I'm not getting paid. Basically, he's coming and not got paid.
He's coming in every. For the past 7 months, he's coming in cleaning house. Cleaning. I'll pay you next week. Oh, sorry. Catch me next week. Oh, sorry. Oh, the week after.
Can you take my card? Oh, declined.
This is it. Listen. He's cleaned house.
These analogies, man.
But one thing, you know what? Yesterday, I watched his press conference, and you know what? I looked at his face, and what thing, regardless, whatever you say, okay, you might be right. The tactics, he's inadequate, he's inexperienced. All of these different things, I can disagree with some, I can agree with some. But one thing you cannot say, he's not a fan of Man United.
No,
Did you see his face? Did you see the pain on his face?
He is.
Yeah, but
Did you see the pain on his face? This cannot continue. This amount of pain on his face cannot continue.
So why not
and
walk?
yesterday,
Why not
you know
walk?
what? Yesterday he was shell shocked. Honestly, he was almost like exhausted. He's talking about the players being exhausted. He must be exhausted to put all this pressure on one guy. One guy. We never hear from the Glazers.
We hardly ever hear from Woodward.
Well, Woodward
we
was
never
there
hear about.
yesterday.
You know the worst thing? Even Mickey, you won't think Mickey Phelan might think, you know what?
He's got
let
his
me
hands in
step
his
up
pockets,
here.
that's why.
Mickey Phelan.
With his dodgy tracksuit.
You know what? Our character
He's not
might
man
think,
enough
you
for
know
this
what?
guy,
Can I
man.
just go on? Can I go and just take this press conference just for the manager, just to give him a breather? No. Under Fergie sometimes will be too angry and smashing bottles in the background.
Mike Phelan would come in.
Mike Phelan will come in. Steve McLaren will come in. Kouros will come out. Nobody helping him. The guy, honestly, is one of the most, because of our standards. The Manchester United job is one of the most difficult jobs in world football because of what we're used to and the standards. The thing that I feel half sorry for you, because you've seen us win trophies, you've seen us win Champions League. You remember, you guys remember.
I think I've been in the glory years.
Yeah, I feel sorry.
I've been in the glory years.
I feel sorry for the 10-year-olds. I feel sorry for the 8-year-olds.
Shout out to Adam's son, yo.
Yo, the younger generations,
Alfie.
the younger generations
that's it.
thinking, you know what, telling their kids, telling their friends, I want to watch United tonight. It's something super exciting, super exciting to go and see, entertaining, to see something that you'll never see. You know what I mean? Nobody around your school could do that level of skill. None of that. They're going to watch Dross. They're watching Dross, and you know what? Manchester United and history of Manchester United was for working class people, was for people to be entertained. The whole reason why Manchester United, right? The whole reason why the song plays, playing the Busby Way, entertainment, playing a tactical, because the founders of our club, one of the greatest managers of it in our history, but Busby philosophy was, these people work all week so hard, they work really hard all week. Can we entertain them on that weekend? Can we show them something to be proud of? Something to relieve them of their mundane life? And at this moment in time, the football there is affecting us. And our escape is our mundane life.
Well, over to you again, Aaron, man. What now for United, mate? What is the solution now? And it's as easy as this. It's get rid of the Glazers, get rid of Woodward. What's the protocol next to get these lot out, mate? Because for me, I've had enough, mate. I don't know about you, but yesterday, man, I come out the ground, man, I was heartbroken, man.
The thing is, as much
I needed Jack Noah story.
Aaron, can you just address the medical department, please? You can't let them have the hook. You have to address it.
To answer your question first, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be up and down for the rest of the season. I can see us do a panic buy. Or panic loan deal.
Carlos Tevez.
Flip it.
Carlos Tevez.
When I read
The
that,
absolute dickhead who held up the banner, R.I.P. Fergie.
That alone, it could never come back to Manchester.
I swear, man.
Bloody hell.
That guy
there
that
this
put
week.
up that bitter, twisted City fan banner saying R.I.P. Fergie can fuck right off. You can fuck right off, Tevez.
I don't want Tevez back, man.
He's done out anyway.
I apologise to those kids who are watching.
But, it's emotional,
yeah,
guys, sorry.
I don't know what's going to happen this season. It's going to be up and down for the rest of the season, depending on who we do or do not get in. I mean, now I can imagine the board and everyone involved with transfers, they're panicking because they're trying to get.
What can we get them now that is possible for you?
I don't know, because apparently we win for Moussa Dembele. We sent scouts to Lyon to the Lyon match against Lille. And straight after the match, Dembele came out and said, I'm staying. So,
Man shut the door before it was open.
exactly. So, even locked it as well. So,
Padlock. Woodward, bye-bye.
he's like one of them where you're not going to do
Passport control and all that, man.
You just look. Who is it? Man United? Oh, no, sorry.
It's like the bailiffs coming to your house. You know?
Not here.
Bailiffs coming.
See, Dembele.
Anonymous.
Who is it? It's Man United. Yo, Dad, it's Man United. Tell him I'm not here.
Wow.
Dad's not home.
Wow.
Dad's not home. But yeah, depending on who we get in, like I don't know, man. But yeah, let me address this incompetent, wasteful medical department, man.
You know what? We haven't talked about Rashford, have we?
Yeah,
3 months out.
3 months out. On Rashford, I want him to stop doing this whole superhero act on Twitter. He has to stop it.
I know this is not no discredit to him.
This is, yeah, I'm not slating Rashford.
No,
I love
no.
the guy. He's been our best
For
player
his
so
better
far.
of his career.
And I've slated him, you know, the whole start of the season because, you know, he was poor. But I hold my hands up and I say he's been our best player, and that's a fact.
And I take back
Marcus
my
Rashford.
comments as well. He's not watched.
You have to be honest, dude. You have to be honest.
Anonymous.
That wasn't me. That
But
was
listen,
someone else. You know, this is quite handy tonight.
But listen, Marcus Rashford, if this video, please crop this out and then tag Marcus Rashford in it. And
Yeah.
if somehow, Rashford,
Listening.
you see this or you're listening,
We're pleading
please,
with you.
I beg you, do not rush to come back. Please stop this whole superhero thing.
Yeah.
On the madness, tweeting on the madness, saying I'm gonna come back as soon, bro. Please just take your
And not
time.
even on Solskjaer as well. Do not
Take
you
your
know.
time to recover, Marcus. Please, like, do whatever you need to recover properly, because I'm sure in the back of your mind you want to play the Euros, and this could be your first proper tournament with England, and you could shine, bro. Trust me, you could. In this England team, you could shine with Harry Kane out. If you
Don't think you
come.
got it. Strikers at the minute.
If
Jamie
you come
Vardy's
in,
out.
yeah, I know Abraham as well. If you
Abraham.
come in before all of these guys, you're going to be the main man. So please, just take your time. Do not rush back. Please do.
What
not
did it say
do
about the medical team? And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer called it the best medical team, by the way. This guy apparently
Bollocks.
couldn't sit down with Ryan Giggs in the interview because his back was, in bits.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show how, from top to bottom, the football club is absolutely a mess.
Back injuries is in football. Back injuries and knee injuries are one of the
Because they're the whole
back injuries,
shape of your body.
Back injuries, knee injuries, and ankle injuries are three of the worst injuries you can have in football. Because it's so, especially knee and ankle injuries, bro. It's so hard to recover from those injuries. You're not the same person. I've seen it with so many players. Remember in 2014 when. Was it 2014 or 18? 14 when Falcao tore his ACL.
Yeah.
It's never been the same
Never
again.
been the same.
Do you know what I mean? There's only a few players that kind of managed to get back close to the level that they were, but their careers finished early. Ronaldo, Brazilian. Torres
Van
ACL.
Nistelrooy.
Van
Van
Nistelrooy.
Nistelrooy.
Shearer.
Shearer.
Yeah.
Zlatan. I mean, yeah, he was banging up the MLS, but can he still do it in Europe? We don't know. So knee injuries are the worst to come back from, and back injuries are the worst to come back from as well. O'Hara came out on TalkSport and talked about his injury, how it affected him, and how that was the beginning of the end of his career. Van Persie came out and said that he had the same. It sidelined him for 4 months, and he's still suffering from it, and he's retired. Rand, I watched his match reaction today. He's had 2 back operations, and my man can't do long car journeys. He can't do that because of the pain and everything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what he was alluding to. So back injuries are so hard to come back from,
Listen,
bro.
full stop. Back injuries in the normal population.
In the normal population,
Ah,
because that's your spine.
Listen.
It's helping you to stand. It's helping you to do everything in your
Listen.
daily life. So if you rush back from that,
I've had family and friends who've suffered with back pain. The amount of hard painkillers they're on.
It's
Some of them
mad, bro.
can't even climb
up the stairs.
up the stairs to go. They have to bring
Simple stairs.
little beds down there for them to
And
sleep
you know what,
downstairs.
Nuruddin, credit to you. You called it and you said, this guy needs to be protected. And now he's almost, you know what, I think it's not cost United a season, but United have cost him a season where we could have had something.
You know the funniest.
Sorry, just before you go, another thing that Ollie said was, this is what you do when you play for Man United. You put your body on line for the club. I'm like, bro, come on, man. We're not in the 90s no more. We're not in the 80s no more.
We're not passion
Football
merchants,
is different now, yeah. Football is different. Like, footballers have lives now. Do you see what I mean? They have families to feed. They have family to take care of. Children, wives, whatever.
No, they've always had them, but the game.
But now
and the
it's the
speed
game, and the
is
speed,
so
and it's so
fast.
different. And that also,
The levels of training.
I'm talking about life in general. Like, there's so much more to life now. Do you see what I mean? So for him to come out and say that, like, it makes me think like Rashford was a sacrificial lamb for United. Do you see what I mean? And I feel sorry for the guy, man, because now Rashford loves the club so much that he feels like he needs to come back as soon as possible.
I think that's all he knows as well, Rashford football. Do you know what I mean?
Do you see what I mean? And I understand that, but like I said, do not rush things, bro. Just take your time to recover properly. Please, bro, please.
Do you know what I would like to just go off that point? I would like him to go on holiday. Take 2 physios.
That would be a solution as well.
I would say to Rashford, Rashford, first thing you need to do is cut all ties with Manchester United medical department.
Like Pogba.
You want to
Get your own.
You need to get your own, my
your
friend. Ronaldo has his own trainers and physios that know his body, that we works with. What I want Rashford to do is the nicest holidays destination the money can afford. He's got a lot of money. He could do that. Fly there next week. Go and sit on a beach somewhere. Get in the sea. Get yourself in the sea, and you need to just swim in that sea. The sea has got healing qualities.
I don't know about that.
Man on the juice. I know about these things. You need to get on the sea and to get some sunshine on your back. You know when they say you need to get sunshine on your back?
warm climate. Your recovery is aided when you are in a warmer climate, when you're here. So do that. Forget about football, mentally and physically. Just don't even keep the eye on the results of Man United. Don't, just go and relax. Just have time off. That kid is being severely injured in his ankle. That's why he's got this bone machine that does something to the bone. He's got a chipped bone inside his ankle. Who did that? Henderson. Last season, Man United, Liverpool at Old Trafford, right? He's the guy, he's brave, he wants to take the ball at any place, anywhere. And that's what he did to him. He had to reduce him. Henderson targeted Rashford to say, he's a danger guy. I don't want him making a fool out of Trent. That's what we're going to do. He did that. He was being injured from then.
Yeah.
So the injuries are piled up. And people, where were those Mopetianos who was coming at me for the United stand? Shout out the United stand, by the way.
Yeah, shout out.
In the comments.
All the time.
And my fan cam when
Negative.
I said, why do we have to play him? And now Ollie has to do some mental gymnastics to try to cover for the medical team, to cover for himself and to cover for Rashford. No, the guy was injured. All of this you coming out with, like Aaron said, those days are over. Those 80s mentality, 90s mentality, that's done. Football is a game now. It is physiologically. I did sports studies. The physiological strands and the pace of the game and the physicality of the football now. It is.
Now you play twice in 48 hours.
These guys are athletes.
Mad.
These guys are athletes, supreme athletes. If they're not be 100%, back in the day, football was slow. It wasn't as fast as this.
No.
So you could have a couple of knocks and still play on.
Yeah.
You can't know nowadays. You cannot. You cannot slack off because all of the secrets, all of the teams in the Premier League have all the secrets. All of the team in the top leagues, everybody has secrets. Everybody knows everybody now. So you cannot. And the medical team, to me, are the embarrassment. They are the embarrassment. Before anybody else gets sacked, people were coming out going, and you know what? Ollie was part to blame. And because the club are telling him, this is what you have to do. Pogba's injured. Gets rushed back, has to play against Rochdale. Game he should not even been anywhere near. He plays that game. He gets injured in that game, and then he's like, I need you, Paul. Or Paul's like, I want to play against Arsenal. Injured. He gets further injured. Then he rests. Then he does this whatever operation he has to. Then he has this thing to come back. They rush him back. They advise him wrong. Then he gets injured again. And then Pogba went, I'm done with this medical team. I need my own team to come and help me. And people are criticising him. How dare he? Do you not know our medical department? Look at Rashford. Look at Rashford. Look at Pogba. It was a warning sign.
Patrice Evra didn't know he was allergic to eggs until he went to Juventus.
Wow. Aaron, 1 week left in the transfer window.
Yeah.
I just want to end on this.
No, we don't have to talk about McAteer. Can I say that?
Well, McAteer. Well, McAteer, mate.
Yeah.
How on earth
There you go.
has Pogba got to do with last night? Seriously.
Bro,
What is this agenda again?
It's just a pure agenda, innit? Like, everyone knows now. Everyone knows it.
It's getting beyond embarrassing now.
Do you know how you have to...
The agenda's there, mate.
When you see... Guys, if you see the tweet, on Twitter, Be In Sports, if you see it, just respond to that tweet. Take the tweet, respond to it with the video of Paul Pogba giving a team talk with France. Just respond
That's all you got to do.
Respond with that. That's it. There you go.
Listen, forget this agenda, mate, and this nonsense about you need Jordan Henderson and Milner in that team. Listen, mate,
Lallana.
I couldn't care less. All I want is United to win. And I don't want to give this guy the energy at the time, McAteer, but this sending over for you.
To get clout, you know, that's
to get clout, bro.
People are just coming at Pogba just to get clout.
It's embarrassing, though. It's absolutely embarrassing.
Because they know he's one of the biggest names in football.
It's embarrassing. You know, all I can say was, remember when you were part of the Cokehead Spice Boys wearing that cream shirt at Wembley? Enough said. That's all I've got to say.
That is it, man.
Yeah.
Just to end off this podcast, it's been a lot. I think we probably need another hour to delve in this to us, but
Trust me, man.
we've got a week left in the transfer window. United have to buy. It literally isn't in question.
All loan.
All loan, all free transfer. Just not Carlos Tevez. That's all I don't want. We need how many signings do you think, and can we get them?
In 9 days.
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
Got to be done. For you, a striker for me got to be done. Them two, at least we need two. We just need two. I know we need more than that, but for two for now, just to inject some kind of life into the squad.
Bruno Fernandes, Edinson Cavani.
Simple. Can we get it done? That's it. That's another question in itself.
You shouldn't have asked me that. But like, I'm not even going to say realistically speaking, because realistically speaking we can't. But a normal club of the size of Man United should be able to get Fernandes and Cavani in 9 days.
Look about it, 20 million euros. United are dilly-dallying around.
Apparently he doesn't want to come. He
He
prefers Atletico
Daniel
Madrid.
James at right mid, you know. I don't know, bro. There's no disrespect to Daniel James, but you know what I mean?
Listen, all I can say is this to the fans. I want those Man United fans and everybody who goes to the United stand and everybody who watches podcasts, please just, can we lay off Dan James? Dan James had to put up with one of the most atrocious things any kid can ever experience. Is losing a parent. Then he gets thrust into Man United. He gives everything he has, and now he's burnt out because he's not been able to rest.
He literally is burnt out.
He's another one who's got niggles injuries because the amount of times he gets fouled, the amount of times he gets brought down. He is a kid. We cannot put our blame on. Save all of that energy for the Glazers and Woodward and the medical department. Please do not point it at Daniel James. Daniel James has been a breath of fresh air for him to come in. We didn't expect what he did. He's exceeded our expectations. He cannot become the blame. Please.
So now, for you, has to be 2 signings like Aaron or more.
I'm waiting for Neil Ashton to come out with his. That's what I'm looking forward to. The only signing he made.
No, minority.
I'm expecting Neil Ashton to come and deliver.
Well, Neil Ashton could be our CEO then. Our director of football.
Neil Ashton is coming, mate. I'm waiting for Neil Ashton to play for centre forward for Man United.
Is Bruno coming? Come on, give us some of that help. I know you've been drinking that orange juice, but come on, give us some of that help. Is Bruno coming?
What did I say to you when we sat here last week?
No hope in the world with this.
No hope in the world, because you know why? I know, man, United.
And if United don't get anything in this January transfer, how bad do you think United could finish the season?
Our season could be over
in January. You said it, didn't you?
Yeah, I said it. But I'm sorry to say, the tweets
You're
are
the predictor, aren't you?
The tweets are out there.
BBC predictor app. No, really, predictor.
The tweets are out there. I said it in May. If we doesn't replace the players we got rid of, we're going to finish 8th or 9th. I think even now, we could even finish the bottom half of the table. Because if things don't change...
Southampton are 2 points behind us apparently, something like that, I don't know.
God.
The maddest thing is that Liverpool have turned the Premier League into a Sunday league. So let me explain something to you now, right? You know how to back up the final... This is a summary to put on. My thing, me arguing and being Oli and about being players. Pep Guardiola lost Laporte, one player. And he's got cover for the forward, so that don't matter. Because when you have Sané, it don't matter because you got Mahrez there. Mahrez is quality, right? So he's lost one first-team key player. And look where they're 16 points behind Liverpool. And Liverpool have got game in hand.
And Laporte as well.
So you tell me, with this squad, with McTominay, Rashford, Pogba, not replace 9 players you've let go.
But you got to look at the whole terms of the football club. You don't sell Sanchez, you don't get replacement. You don't sell Lukaku, you don't get replacement. It just for me baffles, but you know what?
If Pep Guardiola, as a genius football tactician is, if he makes the Premier League sound like a Sunday league team because of one injury to one player, then you're expecting Oli, his first big job.
No, but we're not
to do anything.
We're not at the same level though.
We're not at the same level, but that's what I'm saying. They're at that level. And they have give Liverpool are going to they're going to win that game in hand. It's going to be 19 points clear of them. That's what they will be. 20
Listen, that's
points.
enough. That's enough. That's enough.
So
that's enough.
All I'm saying that you can blame Oli for loads of different things. Put some perspective on it, please. That's all I ask.
Listen, I've been there in perspective for since the start of the season, Aaron. That is
The perspective is getting anonymous.
United have fallen. Guys, that's been your podcast. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. A lot to delve in, but that is a reality United. I called it RIP United. Listen, it is absolutely... We are finished. Okay. And if Watford or Tranmere, we play Watford or Tranmere, I don't even know. You know what, I couldn't care less about that. I just want to go home.
Listen, but I would put out there to some of the fans. For you, how do you look after your mental health? How do you not get too angry?
Those
I want
of
to see
you
that
who've got
psychologist
partners,
he said.
Yes.
Is it still about?
it's still about, mate.
I'll get you details after, yeah? Aaron, socials.
Yes, Mr. Aaron UTD everywhere. On Facebook now as well.
Oh, shout, man.
So yeah, I went on Facebook and I did that. So Mr. Aaron UTD everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, man, go check it out. We're nearly at 4K, guys, so let's go reach the 5K and let's keep pushing and pushing. Obviously, we're going to do a European football podcast after this and hopefully it should be out tonight. And yeah, man.
Like
You don't
I
want to
said,
end it on Mr. Anonymous, or?
I'll just say, Ed Woodward and the Glazers, we are coming. We are watching you.
We are definitely coming. Socials.
that guy Red Devil. But what I would say was, those of you who've got partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, take each other out, do nice things. Go and watch a film. Read a nice book. Do something positive to get your mind off Man United ruining your weekend or midweeks.
Yeah.
Do something nice.
Guys, that's been your podcast. Depressing, but United never die. That's what they say, don't they? But
We never die, we never die. Keep the red flags flying high. We're Man United, we never die.
well, guys, it looks like for me they've died, man. United. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to United Central, and I'll see you hopefully after the FA Cup. See what happens there. Take care, bye bye. Peace.